Disfrute de una experiencia culinaria auténtica solo en Terra Caucha Brazilian Steakhouse, Southside Boulevard, 904-551-5920.
Gracias por continuar con nosotros aquí en tu comunidad. Yo soy Dominicis con nuestros invitados especiales de hoy, el concejal Matt Carlucci, postulándose de nuevo para concejal, y el abogado Tomás Jiménez Jr. Estamos hablando de esta gran ciudad, la gran ciudad de Jacksonville y los diferentes componentes. Una de las cosas que estamos mencionando ahora, él habló de las diferentes cosas que le gusta de nuestra ciudad. Y pues entre las cosas que estuvimos comentando fuera es las iglesias, las organizaciones basadas en fe. We're talking about faith-based organizations in the city. We have lots of churches. It seems like we have a church in every corner, which is not a bad thing at all. But that helps to give our city that flavor that it has, and it also helps to give that personality.
Well, getting back to how diverse the city is becoming, so I go, my family and I, my wife, her name is Karen. By the way, Carlucci Italian.
Yes.
I married an Italian girl. Her name is Karen Signoretti.
Oh.
I call her my little Italian pixie. But she is beautiful and has the brightest smile that helps keep me going.
Keeps you going. That's great.
But, you know, where we go to church, our whole family does, South Point Community Church. I mean, we have it's a real melting pot. I mean, it's a lot of different people from, all over the Hispanic community, of course. We have a lot of Filipino community, Asian. We have a lot of the black community comes to our church. And so it's like being in the middle of the world, you know? But the faith-based community, also includes our synagogues, our Jewish community, which is very strong in Jacksonville. And so I think the faith-based community helps make Jacksonville the friendly and the giving community that it is, because the faith-based helps people come from the heart. Yeah. And so that's a huge thing in Jacksonville, the faith-based community.
¿Quieres traducir un poquito lo que
voy a tratar,
interpreta?
Voy a tratar. Entonces, está diciendo que la comunidad de fe aquí que tenemos con las diferentes iglesias son muy importantes, una parte íntegra de nuestra comunidad, y que todos contribuyen a nuestra comunidad, igual los cristianos que los judíos y otras religiones, que en su iglesia donde él pertenece hay muchas personas de diferentes grupos, hispanos, afroamericanos también, filipinos, y que ayuda mucho en lo que había hablado él, que es unir la comunidad de diferentes grupos.
Sí, y darnos esa fuerza.
Esa fuerza, exactamente.
Sí, muy bien, muy bien. Mr. Carlucci, there are challenges in every city.
Yes.
Modern times bring challenges. What do you think are some of the biggest challenges that we face here in the First Coast?
Well, I'm going to mention too, I love to talk about how great Jacksonville is, and it is great.
Yeah.
And first let me tell you, we are on the brink of, we're on the tipping point of becoming so much even greater, if that's good grammar in English, But with what's going to happen downtown. Cities are known by their downtowns. We have a beautiful downtown, but it's going to become magnificent. I think over the next 5 or 6 years, it's going to be very exciting. So we have a lot of exciting times ahead of us. But you have to talk about the issues that, you have to work on. And so we have a crime issue in certain areas of Jacksonville that's gang related. And most cities of any size have that.
Yes.
Jacksonville also has about 40% of its population living at or below the poverty level that are employed.
Wow.
Okay, so that's why with the port dredge coming, that's going to create probably 10 to 15,000 jobs.
Wow.
But we have to be concerned about people that are living in those impoverished, because 2 out of 3 children that are born in impoverished conditions will continue to live in impoverished conditions. That's the statistics. But we're going to change that.
Good.
Because as Jacksonville becomes greater as our education system becomes greater because it's getting better.
Yeah.
As downtown becomes better, it's going to bring more jobs, more businesses, which is going to create more opportunities.
Right.
A lot of these young men that get drawn into gangs wouldn't get drawn in there if they knew there was a way out.
Right.
So the big challenge for a council person like myself who cares about those two particular issues, because the other issues seem to have momentum going, I want to get some momentum going towards reaching into those middle school and high school with after-school programs,
Great.
workforce development, and we're not reaching them right now. So we're going to have to put more dollars into those programs. The reason we're not is because it's more expensive to reach after-school programs in the high school and middle school because you have to have buses to accommodate, and you have to have resource police officers there.
Yeah.
But we're going to do that, and I think the city council that's presently serving is kind of teeing that one up for the new council. So if I'm elected, one of the big challenges will be to let's tackle that poverty issue by developing a better workforce for the future, and it's called intervention. We're doing a lot for prevention, but we got to do intervention, and then we got to do enforcement.
Great.
It's not going to be an easy fix, but it'll get fixed. We will fix it.
You want to go ahead and summarize that really
That's
quickly?
a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
But
That's
it's a
a
good
lot.
one. But it's very...
It's quite
I
a bit.
apologize. I keep
That's
forgetting
okay.
that I'm
That's
not, you know.
This is
I'm
like-
going to try to condense that. So, lo que está diciendo es que son muchas cosas.
Sí.
Número uno es que tenemos un centro de la ciudad, el downtown, que es una área vibrante,
Sí.
muy atrayadora, pero que hay un problema de gangas y de pobreza. Que,
En la ciudad en general.
En la ciudad en general, correcto. Y que la idea es buscar una forma de tratar de parar o ayudar a las personas que son miembros de gangas o que se vayan a hacer formar parte de las gangas en educación y darle oportunidades económicos. Además de eso, también nos dijo también una estadística muy interesante que yo no la había escuchado anteriormente, que un 40% de las personas que están viviendo en pobreza tienen trabajo. Y que es una cosa bastante fuerte, ¿no?
Sí, sí, sí.
Y que van a tratar de implementar también programas después de la escuela para los estudiantes.
Mencionó, como dijo, intervención.
Exacto. Intervention, prevention.
Instead of prevention.
It's PIE, P-I-E,
So-
prevention, intervention, and enforcement.
Ah.
Prevención, intervención y...
Pues desarrollo, me imagino que sí, poner en fuerza.
Exactamente.
Poner en fuerza la acción. Muy bien, muy bien. There's also, I guess sometimes the people have different ways of approaching things, and it's a matter of everybody getting together on the same page and agreeing. But is there any kind of pushback to these plans that you have? Have you run into somebody saying, no, we got to spend our money? Is there money for these things?
Well, no, but I want to tell you, you hit on a big part of my campaign when you said bringing people together.
Right.
That is really our key. Jacksonville, as long as I've lived here, and I'm a native, always moves in the right direction.
Yeah.
Always the needle moves in the right direction. We become greater when we pull the people together. And I mean everybody, not just the good old boys, you know, downtown who are always a part of the powerful. But I'm talking about everybody in Jacksonville being involved. And when they feel involved, that's when we begin to move the needle. Right. How do they feel involved? Because maybe we're making improvements in their neighborhoods, which is another big issue, is we have the stem of our river is pretty clean, but a lot of the tributaries are polluted because of failing septic tanks.
Ooh.
So that's another big issue. We've got to mediate and take out those failing septic tanks, and there's a lot of them. It's going to be very expensive. That one other issue, so I'm kind of giving you some big issues, but you asked for it, so I'm giving it to you. The other big issue is resilience to the storm surge that we will be getting as we get more and more hurricanes. And being in the industry, I can tell you, being in the insurance industry, we predict more frequent and more severe hurricanes.
Which is something, now that's a big subject.
With sea level rise,
right.
we've got to be resilient towards...
Jacksonville's always been kind of immune to hurricanes because I guess because of our location and the curvature of the country here. But we were affected by a couple of hurricanes in the last couple of years, much worse than we ever thought we were going to be affected.
Yes.
You know, so that's something to look forward. Vamos a regresar con esta interesante conversación. We'll be back in a minute, pero primero hay que pagar el alquiler. Vamos a pasar estos importantes mensajes. Enseguida regresamos con Aquí en tu comunidad.